What's up, everybody? It's your boy Blackbeard, and I'm here with another video. Today we have the long-awaited guide for Dragonite. I know I haven't been here for a while, but your boy just recovered from COVID. So now we're about to come back and start making videos again. And let's start this new year off with Dragonite. Let's get it started. So let's start with Dragonite's passive, which is called Marvel Scale. Increases defense by 100 when afflicted by a status condition, Dratini and Dragonair only. So gotta love it. He gets more defense every time he gets hit with a status condition. That's why Dragonite is OP right there. All right, so multi-scale, his passive ability, another one. When damaged by an enemy player, gain a buff that reduces damage taken by 20% for 2.5 seconds. This ability has a 15-second cooldown. So that's another good ability to go keep him, into the fight. So with Dragonite's passive attack passives, he has a different attack passive for Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite. So let's start with Dratini. So becomes a boosted attack with every third attack, blasting water in front of Dratini, dealing increased damage, reducing the cooldown of Dratini's moves by 1 second, and recovers 5% max HP when it hits. That's Dratini. All right, so Dragonair, the boosted attack alternates between water and electric. With every use of a boosted attack, if the water attack hit, it triggers the same effects of Dratini's boosted attack. If electric attacks hit, it leaves enemies unable to act for a short amount of time and reduces cooldown of Dragonair's moves by 1 second. Another reason why the Dragonite roster is annoying to deal with. So now Dragonite, the boosted attack alternates between water, electric, and fire. With every use of a boosted attack, if the water or electric attack hits, it triggers the same effects as Dragonair's boosted attack. If the fire attack hits, it deals additional damage equal to 10% of the enemy's remaining HP. So this does true damage, capped at 1200 damage, and reduces the cooldown of Dragonite's moves by 1 second when hit. All right. So with Dratini, you get to choose between Twister or Dragon Breath. Mostly you want to start off with Dragon Breath, but let's read Twister first. Creates a Twister and releases it in the designated direction, dealing damage to enemies hit and decreases their movement speed for a short time. This is an okay move. It doesn't do too much damage, but it does enough to be a good ranged poke attack. Twister, you can choose between Dragon Dance and Extreme Speed. Let's start with Dragon Dance, which is Dragonite's bread and butter move. Dash in designated direction, alternating each use between a left arc, right arc, and a direct dash. After using this move, grant a buff increases attack speed of the next 3 basic attacks, increasing movement speed, increasing attack by 8%, capping at 24%, as well as increasing the stage of Hyper Beam. This buff stacks up to 3 times, and the duration is reset to full on reuse. All stacks are removed after a few seconds. Basic attacks reduce the cooldown of this ability by 1 second. Dragon Dance is just amazing. Dragon Dance is probably the best buff that a character has for themselves in the game. This is the best ability in the game that's like a buff. Further increases Dragonite's movement speed if there are enemies nearby when the dance ends. All right, cool. That's what happens at level 11. Extreme Speed, dash toward the designated enemy, damaging and slowing all enemies in a small radius around the target upon impact, throwing the primary target and shoving others away. Using this move resets cooldowns of multi-scale. All right, got it, got it. At level 11, if Dragonite's movement speed is currently decreased when it uses this move, the movement speed decreases is negated before the move. All right, so extreme speed is okay. Uh, it's not Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance is way better for obvious reasons, but it's only better if you're using Hyper Beam. So now let's start with Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath, exhale Mighty Gust in the designated direction. If this move hits an enemy, the user's next attack becomes a boosted attack. That's why Dragonairs. That's why Dratini's and Dragonair's Clear is so damn good. Any Pokemon in this game that ability gives you a free boosted attack, that means that the Clear is going to be pretty good. Just simply off the fact that you get a free boosted attack. All right, so now Dragon Breath turns into Hyper Beam or Outrage. So let's go with Hyper Beam, Dragonite's best move and probably the best, Hyper Beam right now is the best move in the game right now. This move does more damage than Pokemon's Unite moves, than most Pokemon's Unite moves in this game. All right, fires a beam of energy towards the targeted enemy after a delay, dealing damage to all enemies that is hit, as well as all additional damage based on their max HP. The move changes stages based on the number of stacks of Dragon Dance that Dragonite has, from 0 to 3. The max HP, the max damage is 5%, 10%, 15%, and 20%. Determined by the current stage. Dragonite cannot act while releasing this beam. Look, the reason why Hyper Beam is so good is because of this, guys. This shit right here. This shit right here on max stacks. That means as long as any objective is below 20% of its health, you'll kill it. And not only that, you gotta remember that, look, against wild Pokemon, the additional damage from max HP is capped at 2400, depending on the stage. All right, that's cool. So it caps at 2400 damage. But I don't think they count. I'm pretty sure they don't count. I don't think they count buffs as a wild Pokemon. I don't believe so. That's why the 20% actually works. And they actually should. Yeah, so at level 13, reduces damage taken by 50% while charging this move. And look, 20% of your health. Like, that's just ridiculous. That doesn't even make any sense. It's not even fair. So not only does it does 20% of your max health, it also does this damage right here. So it does 352% of your attack power times 14. Plus 14 times whatever your level is, plus 656. So technically, this is doing 25% of your health. 25 for some Pokemon, 50% of your health. That's ridiculous. And then Outrage, Dragonite stomps the ground, dealing damage to enemies in the area around Dragonite with the bonus effect of the last boosted attack he used. Additionally, Dragonite gains a buff for 5 seconds, increasing basic attack speed, covering all their attacks into melee boosted attacks, and alternating through the water, electric, and fire boosted attacks in order. When a buff ends, Dragonite is briefly stunned. And at level 13, reduces the duration of hindrances inflicted on Dragonite while rampaging. Cool. And then finally, Draco Impact, which is Dragonite's Unite move. He gets this at level 9. Briefly fly up in the air, crashing down with several comments on a designated area, dealing damage and throwing enemies in the area. The further Dragonite flies, the more Unite Gauge is consumed. and 25% at minimum distance and 100% at max. Dragonite is unstoppable while using this move. See, this Unite move is only good because you can just keep spamming this shit. And it's also good for scoring. The damage, it don't really do that much damage. The damage is okay. Your Hyper Beam does more damage than your Unite move, which is sus. In my opinion, the best way to nerf this Pokemon is to make you learn Hyper Beam at level 9 and make you get your Unite move at level 10. And bang, problem solved. And that's it. We're about to go to the training mode on you boys. All right, guys, so let's go over what's Dragonite's best battle items and held items. In my opinion, Dragonite already has a decent amount of good mobility because of Dragon Dance. So because of that, you want to use Full Heal as his battle item. As far as held items, in my opinion, his best build for held items is Muscle Band, Buddy Barrier, and Score Shield. And the only reason why I like going those is because he's pretty much unstoppable. With Buddy Barrier and Score Shields, you can't stop him from scoring because of the fact that he only loses 25% of his Unite move when he ults at close range. So that's going to give him not only a Buddy Barrier, but it's also going to give him Score Shield. And you can't lose with that. And Muscle Band is just the best a damaging item in the game. The best position for Dragonite as of the time of this video is jungle, but you can play him in bot lane. So let's go start to training mode. All right, so with Dragonite, the first move that you want to go is Dragon Breath, because Dragon Breath gives you a free boosted attack when you use it. So it makes you clear a lot better than Twister does. So you guys can see Dragon Breath does 596 damage, and then you get a boosted attack, and that's what enables you to clear at a much faster pace. So make sure you guys go Dragon Breath as your first attack. All Dragon Breath does is you just pretty much breathe on the enemy, and any enemy within the cone gets hit. This is Dratini's basic attacks. Every third basic, he does a percentage of your health, and he also heals up Dratini as well. Next move is Twister. It's just a decent ranged Twister attack, goes forward, and any enemy within that Twister gets hit. So there it goes. That's Twister. It's just kind of basic and stationary. Let's go level up to Dratini. So the first move we're gonna do is Extreme Speed. So what Extreme Speed does, guys, is you just basically dash forward, and any enemy hit with Extreme Speed gets popped up. So it's just a little pop-up. You just go and dash towards the enemy, and if anybody that's close to the enemy that you get in contact with, they just get popped up for a few seconds, and that's pretty much it. You just gonna continue on, hit them with Dragon Breath, and that's it. Next ability is we're gonna go with Outrage. So you do Extreme Speed and you outrage the enemy, and what you do is with Outrage, you just hit the enemy, you hit enemies in the AoE, and you go crazy on them, sort of like Garchomp's passive ability as he gains more attack speed. And not only that, it also lowers the cooldown of his next abilities as well every time he hits an enemy with Outrage, so you can kind of just keep spamming it. guys can see that his cooldowns are going low at a very fast pace. And that is Outrage, guys. This is not the most optimal build with Dragonite, but this build, the third attack does stun the enemy. So because of the fact that it stuns the enemy, it's kind of actually better than Garchomp's passive, because you can it helps you stick onto the enemy. So that is Outrage and Extreme Speed. This is Dragonite's basics. So if you guys get hit with the blue basic, so blue water, he gains health and he does damage based off of the enemy's remainder health. If it's yellow, which, yeah, there goes yellow, they get stunned. And that is Dragonite's autos right there. So next, let's go to Dragonite's next abilities, which is Dragon Dance and Hyper Beam, as those are the main moves for Dragonite. All right, guys, so now let's go over Dragon Dance and Hyper Beam for Dragonite. So these two moves are Dragonite's bread and butter abilities. These two moves is what make Dragonite OP in the meta right now. As of right now, because of Dragon Dance and Hyper Beam, those two combination alone, Dragonite has a Hyper Beam that does more damage. That move does more damage than most Pokemon's Unite moves in the game. So let's go start with Dragon Dance. So Dragon Dance, guys, is just, you know, you just kind of dance all over the map with Dragon Dance, and every time you auto, it lowers the cooldown of Dragon Dance, which you want to spam autos when you're doing Dragon Dance because of it, because you want to stack Dragonite's abilities with this. So every time you use Dragon Dance, you do lower Dragon Dance's cooldown, and you want to do that because you want to make sure you continuously stay on 3 stacks for Hyper Beam's sake. So there you go, and then you want to do it again. If you guys see at the bottom right, Dragon Dance is being stacked. You just want to keep spamming it. There you go. Make sure it stays at 3, and then once it's at 3, you can just go ahead and snipe someone. Look how much damage did that just do to the dummy. Like, that's why this move is just ridiculous right now. So for every stack of Dragon Dance, he gets a stronger Hyper Beam. So for no stacks, it boosts it makes Hyper Beam do 5% of the enemy's max health, and for 1 stack it is 10%, and for 2 stacks is 15%, and for 3 stacks it is 20% of their health, plus the normal damage multipliers, which makes this move does an extreme amount of damage. And let's go to Dread, and I'm pretty much about to show you guys why Dragonite is the best Pokemon in the game right now. Let's get it started. I'm over here in a normal match. I'm over here just attacking the Dread or whatever objective. It could be Rotomore or Dreadnought or Zap, and I want to maintain my stacks, maintain the stacks, and then right here I can just finish it for free. Like, look at that. That there's no way any move in the game should be doing that much damage. There is none. Unless it's a Unite move. So imagine that hitting you as an enemy for even more, which is like 50% of your health. So I just want to dodge that. Look at this. And that's Dragonite, guys. So if let's go show you guys on Rotom. And this is what it is at high levels, and then it's just a snipe right here. And that is Dragon Dance and Hyper Beam in a nutshell. You want to make sure you maintain 3 stacks so your Hyper Beam can do as much damage as possible. And now let's go look at Dragonite's Unite move. So what you want to do with Dragonite's Unite move is the further you are, the more percentage of the move goes away. So if I do it at point blank range, as you guys can see, I just lost 26%, and that's it because I did it at such a close range. So now let me refarm Dragonite's passive. And what you guys can do is in a match to get a quick score or bucket, you can just go ahead, Dragon Dance, and score, and with Score Shield, and no one can stop you. There's no way. It's gonna require at least 3 enemies on the enemy team to stop you from scoring that. So that is why I go with Dragon. Look, I just got my Unite move back already because I scored. And because I scored, and every time you score in this game, you get 10%. You get 10% of charge back for your Unite move every time you score. And yeah, this is Dragonite. This is Dragonite, guys. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's your boy Blackbeard, the Professor. I do stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and every tournament day. So if you guys want to come join me, I do stream on Twitch. My link will be down in the description below. And so yeah, if you guys want to come see me, if you guys have any questions, we'll also write it down in the description below. It's your boy Blackbeard, and I'm out. Peace.